let's make a cart page where we're going to show the product that user have added to the cart and also the product that he have already purchased. So inside the directory, make one folder name cart and then make a file named paste.tsx and change the name to cart. Now inside this component, we are going to import get server session from next.js, then import options from app, then API auth options, and then we are going to import our neighbor. Now inside the cart function, let's get our session from get server session is equals to await get server session and pass the options and make this a sync function. Now let's write our JSX. So inside the JSX, first we are going to have a div and it will have a class name max width of 1280 pixels. Then we are going to have max auto and horizontal padding will be 5. And inside that, first we are going to have a neighbor and then we are going to have a component. And inside that we are going to pass user ID from the session. So if session is available, then user, and we are going to get user ID from this session. Then close it. After that, add a chat tag with the class name of empty10 and mb10. And below that, we are going to use one more component, all purchased, and here we are going to pass the same user ID. Then close it. And now let's make this component in our component folder. So write all cart product.tsx and then make one more component here, all purchased.tsx. Now let's import those two here. So import all cart product and import all purchased. Now first we are going to work on the all cart product. For that, go to the component. So here first we are going to import our Prisma from app/prismadb and import link. Inside the props, we are going to define user ID and it will be a type of number, and this will solve the error. You can, if you want, you can pass the user ID here by writing like this user ID, or you can just use the user ID inside our function by writing props dot user ID. So either way is fine. So now inside our function, first we are going to have our all cart product await. For that we are going to make this async function and then write prisma dot cart dot find menu, and then here we are going to pass the where condition inside that user ID and write the user ID props dot user ID, and let's console this. So that console dot log all cart products save and let's go back here and comment this for a second. Now let's go back here and start our server, localhost 3000, and then let's go to the cart page, which is this, and then inspect. Inside the console, you can see that we have an array of 1 and we have a product in our cart. Now this value only fetch the data from the cart model in which we have ID, product ID, and the user ID. But we have to show the product and its info. For that, we have to use the IDs from the product IDs and then fetch the product from our product table. So for that, write const cart product promises is equals to all cart product dot map, and then write cart product and write prisma and write prisma dot product dot find unique, and inside that we are going to pass the where condition where id will be cart product dot product id, and now we are going to use the promise to fetch all these products from our product table. Like that const cart products is equals to await promise dot all, and then pass the cart product promises. Now let's console our cart products, save, and now you can see all the cart product in our console. So far we have 3, and now let's map over these products and render to our browser. Let's remove this and write if the cart products dot length is equals to 0, then we are going to return a JSX. Inside that we are going to have a div in the class name of relative flex item center justify center, and inside this we are going to have image and source will be empty dot png, and below that we are going to have a h1 tag in the class name of absolute. Top will be 80%, then text to excel, text purple 600, and inside this write empty cart. Let's save and go back here, and as you can see we are seeing nothing here. That means our cart is not empty. So if our cart is not empty, let's render the products. So first inside this div, give this a class name of empty14, and inside that we are going to map over the cart products. So cart products dot map cart product, and then inside that write a div with the class name of flex item center justify between width will be 8 by 12, and then mx auto to make everything in center, shadow lg p of 5 and rounded lg, and margin top will be 6. Now we also have to give a key which will be cart product dot id, and inside this div make a div. Inside that we are going to have a h1 tag with the class name of text2excel and b3, and then here at cart product dot title, then h2 tag, the class name mb2 text neutral 800 price, which will be cart product dot price. Then s3 tag, the class name text sm text neutral 600 mb2, then inside that category, and the value will be cart product dot category. And duplicate this 2 more times and change this to style cart product dot style, and then store cart product dot store, and below that we are going to have a delete button. So that delete cart, and it will take product id equals to cart product dot id, and user id is equals to user is equals to props dot user id, then close it. Below this div we are going to use a link, and the href will be slash dashboard slash cart product dot id, and now close this. And now inside this link we are going to have a div, then an image, class name will be w 200 pixels, h 200 pixels, object cover, object top, and inside the src we are going to give cart product dot images dot split by a comma, and then we are going to use the first image from our string array of images. And now uh, outside this we are going to have a button, and here we are going to pass all IDs is equals to all IDs, and then the user ID is equals to clubs dot user ID. Now close this. So first let's get this all IDs. For that, after this, that const all IDs is equals to all product dot is equals to all cart product dot map item dot product ID. And now let's make these two components here. So inside our component folder, make two more components named delete cart dot tsx, and then a button. Now let's import these two here. So first will be import delete cart, then import button. So first we are going to work on the delete cart component, and in here first make this a use client, and then we are going to import access, and we are going to import icon which is called trash from react icons slash go, and also we are going to import use router from next navigation. And inside the blocks we are going to have two class. First will be product id, and it will be a type of number. Then we are going to have user id, and it will also be a type of number. And on inside this component write const router is equals to use router, and then first we are going to make, then write a function name handle delete is equals to a sync arrow function. Then we are going to use a try and catch block await access dot delete. Then we are going to pass the API out, cart, and then we are going to pass some data. So data will be product ID, which will be props dot product ID, and then we are going to use the user ID, which will be props dot user ID. And after that we are going to refresh the page. So router dot refresh, and then we are going to catch the errors. So catch error, and inside the error we are just going to console that error. Now inside our JSX, and give this to the class name of cursor pointer, and then on click, then pass the handle delete function, and inside that we are going to use our icon go trash, give a class name text red 500, and size will be 20. Now close this and save, and let's go here, and for a second let's comment this and go back to our browser. And here as you can see, now we have our three card products here with our delete button. It is not working as of now. As you can see, if I click on this, I'll get an error, this, because we have not set up any API route for this right now. But if I click on this, I'll be directed to this particular product. So now let's make this API route for our delete function. So go back to the API, and inside the cart route.ts, we are going to make a function for the delete. So at export sync function, and it will be a delete function, and request type of request, and first we are going to get our body from request.json, and inside the body we are going to get our product ID and the user ID from body. And I'm getting this error because it should be await. And now below this we're going to use try and catch block. So inside that first we are going to write const delete cart, is equals to await prisma dot cart dot delete many, and where product id is equals to product id, uh, and then the user id will be user id. If you want to, you can write like this, or you can simply write like this. It works the same. And after that, return next response dot json and deleted cart. Then we are going to catch the error. I'm just going to console log. Then I'm going to return our next response dot error. Now let's save and refresh the page, and let's try to delete this particular product from our cart. And as you can see, our page got refreshed, and now we have only two products in our cart. If I delete this one as well, you can see that it got deleted as well. So with that, delete cart component is ready. Now let's work on the button.tsx. First, make this a client component. Then we are going to import Texas, and inside the type props, first we will have IDs, all IDs, and it will be a type of number array. Then user ID, and it will be a type of number. Now this time let's pass these two here, all IDs and user ID. For now, I'm just going to write the JSX part because this button will be used for checkout, and for now we're just working on our cart page. So remove this and give this a div of class name flex, item center, justify center, margin top of 20, cursor pointer, and then inside this we're going to have a span. Give this a class name px10, p2 text white, and bg purple 600 rounded full. Now inside this we are going to write checkout. Now save and go back to our all cart product and uncomment this. Now save this again, and now as you can see we have a checkout button over here. Now clicking on this will not do anything because we have not made the function yet, but we will make the function when we will work on the checkout functionality. And now with that, our cart section is ready. Now we have to work on the purchase section, but right now we have not made the table for purchased and other things. So we will leave the purchased component for now. And let's go back to our home page, and then we are going to work on the edit functionality. And after that, we are going to use on the checkout and then get back to the purchased component. So now we have to work on this edit functionality. Right now the page is empty. Right now there is no page. This is called for error. So let's work on the edit functionality. Make one more page here inside the app directory name edit. Then make one more folder named slug. Inside that make the page.tsx. and change the name to edit product. Now save, and as you can see now we got a page here, not a for error. So let's continue working on this page where we are going to edit our product. So first let's import our Prisma from app slash APIs app slash PrismaDB. Now here let's make this our sync function and then remove this part, and here we are going to have our parents and parents slug, which will be type of string, and now inside this function const product id is equals to parse int params dot slug comma 10. Let's console dot log product id to see if it's working or not. Now let's save. As you can see we got 1 since the product id is 1. But now let's go back to the home page and let's open this file number. So as you can see now the product id is 5. If I click on the edit, I'm getting directed to the edit slash 5, and here the product id is 5. So this is working. Now if is a name product id, then we're going to return div, and inside that write invalid product id. Now after that we are going to use a try and catch block to get our products. So at const product is equals to await prisma dot product dot find unique, because we are finding one product where the id will be product id, and if the product is not found in database, so if the product is not present, then we are going to return div the product is not found, and if the product is found, then we are going to simply return a div, and here we are going to have a component edit, and inside that we are going to pass the product, then close it, and after that we are going to catch the error, and then we are going to catch the error console dot log error, and then return a div writing error fetching product, and remove this. Now let's make this component in our edit folder. So that edit tsx, and now let's import that here. So first thing that we are going to do is to write an interface prompts, and inside that we are going to have an id which is the type of number, then a title string, profs that we are required. So these are all the profs that we're getting from our page.tsx. As you can see now the error is gone. That means we have written all the expected parameters here. So save and save this as well. And we're getting an error. Refresh the page. And this was just a temporary error. Now let's pass all this inside our function. So first will be ID, then title. Now the edit page will be almost same as the add product page. So what we need to do is go here and copy and paste all the imports here. And now inside the function, first get the ID, which will be our user ID that we are getting from the product. And then let's make a state here, const form data, set form data is equals to your state. Inside that we are going to first have ID and its value will be ID, then title, its value will be title, then description, and then we are going to have size, it will be size, and I think I'm not passing size here, so after the stored we are going to have a size, which will be a type of string, and then pass here as well size. After the size we are going to have our inventory, then color and price, images, user ID, which will be ID, and that's it. So in our form data we are going to have all these values. Now after that go back to the product form and copy these states and paste here. And after that we are going to use a use effect. Inside that, if form data dot images exist, then that const image URL array is equals to form data dot images dot split by comma, and then set the image URLs to image URL array, and this will just work one time. And after that we are going to copy some functions from here. So copy all of them and paste here. And now first remove this because we are going to change the post data to update data, and also remove this, and beside that everything will be same. Now let's define our update data function. So that const update data is equals to a sync function. This will be arrow function, and first we are going to call a handle image change, and then try and catch block. Inside the try const response is equals to await xcs dot post, then provide the API route, which will be API slash update product. Then we will make this API route later, and then pass the form data. After that let's console this as well. response dot data, and if we got an error, then we are going to catch that error, and then we are going to simply console that error. So inside the J6, we are going to copy that from here, and then we are going to make some small changes in that. So copy all of them and paste here and change this to update data, and here, and now let's save and go back to the browser, refresh the page, and as you can see our data got filled in here: title, category, style, store, size, inventory I think is 0, price, and the color, description, and the uploaded image, and our submit button if you can see. Now let me inspect, and as you can see we also have our button here. Now let's change the inventory to 120. Now if I try to update this, I'll get an error which is 404 error because we have not defined the route yet. So for that, go back to the API, and inside that make one more folder named upload, and let's check the name. This is update product, and inside that make a route.ts file. So first we are going to get our Prisma and the next response. So copy this and paste here, and now write export sync function, patch, and then write request, type will be request, and then we are going to get our body from await request dot json, and then destructure that body. Inside the body we are going to have id, title, description, category, style, size, inventory, color, price, images, user id, store, and it will be equals to body. Now after that we are going to use the try and catch block. Inside the try, write const update product is equals to await prisma dot product dot update, and here we are going to pass where. So where id will be equals to id, and then pass the data. So data will be all these values, and then I'm going to return the next response dot json and update product. After that we are going to catch the error, console.log error updating product, and pass the error, and then also we are going to return next response dot error. Now let's save, and since we have used this function as a patch function, we also have to change this to a patch request. Now let's save and go back to our browser, refresh the page, and now as you can see the inventory is 0. Let's make this 12, and now if I click on the submit, uh, as you can see we got response with ID number 4, and now the inventory is 12. As I refresh the page, you can see now the inventory has been changed to the 12. Now if I change this to men, and here I'm going to change the sizes to just SM, MD and XL, some, and then the price will be $12. I'm going to delete this color and also delete this image. Now again let's submit, and as you can see we got our response. Now if I refresh the page, you can see nothing's changed. That means our changes has been made. Now the category is men, price is 12, and also we have only 5 images. The last image is deleted. Now let's go back to our main page, click this one, let's edit, and this time let's edit the price to $40 and submit, and let's go back to the main page, and as you can see the price has been changed to the $40. Now one more last thing that is left to do, use the router. So after this write const router is equals to use router, and then inside the update function write router dot push to the main page. So whenever they update the product, we are going to get pushed to the main page. Now let's try. Let's try this t-shirt for men, and price will be $50. Submit, and now as you can see the price and the title has been changed. So with that we have completed our edit section for this project. Now in the next video we are going to work on the checkout section, and that will be the last part of this project. So until then, subscribe to the channel and like the video.